Okay, so actually, I was going through my stuff and was recording. This is my second recording because where is it? Hold on, here it is. I tried to use a microphone this time, and like this little thing. I don't even know what it is. I got it off Amazon like years ago, and I plugged it into my camera. And when I went to like start putting everything together and edit the video, it didn't, I don't know, it didn't record any of the sound. So I'm like over here like animated and getting really into the video, and they're like, there's no sound. So this is take two. My neighbors are out. So yeah, I won't be using this again. I might just throw it away. I do need to get a microphone. I figured that out because I'm very soft-spoken. So I need to get like a microphone to really hear myself when I'm doing these videos. This camera that I got is a ZV-1, I think, Sony ZV-1, and it came with like a dead cat microphone thing that you can put on top. I have no idea where it is. I'm pretty sure I lost it. It's lost to God knows where, but that's neither here nor there. Let's get to the video. Let's talk about Project Green. I have a title. I have a proposed release date, and I have a modicum. Is that the word? I don't think it's a word. I have like a little bit of a plan. So let's talk about that. Project Green is the title of the story. Book is called Be Brave, Ember Stone. And it's still very near and dear to me, but that's the title that I'm going with. Be Brave, Ember Stone. I kind of had a book cover. I'm not going to show that yet because I'm still working on it. I'm using Canva to get that. I don't really know all the stuff about Canva, so I'm still we're working on the cover, but the title is going to be Brave, Ember Stone. I've decided, and I'll tell you, I decided to do this for a reason, and I'll tell you why. I'm going to self-publish this book. I'm going to self-publish, and the reason being because I want to know all the process of how a book gets published, all the steps. And something that I've been learning through this whole process since November is that it takes a lot to get a book actually published. More than I thought. I was very naive and thinking that I had this weird plan that I would get it published by March. And it was very naive of me. And I'm learning very quickly that there's a whole lot of stuff involved to get a book published. But I want to learn all that stuff that's involved in the book published, getting a book published. So I'm working on it myself, and I'm going to do everything myself this time. And then the next book that I decide to publish, then I'll try to do like the traditional getting a literary agent, going through a publishing company, all that kind of stuff. But for now, I want to like self-publish it, and I want to get it done myself. I want to learn the entire process. I love learning about new things and how stuff works. And I think that this would be a great way for me to learn how this kind of stuff works. So that's what I'm doing that with this story. Right now, I know I've said that like it's gonna be my battery's low, my camera. I just noticed that. Sorry. I know that I said that I was done writing it. I'm not done. I'm doing a final rewrite. It'll be the fourth one. And what I'm doing is I'm doing a copy editing section. So I'm doing like a more in-depth proofreading and revising. And I'll show that process because I have a whole process of how I'm doing it. And but it involves like Word, and it involves Scrivener. I've started using Scrivener. I got a discount from my writing competition back in November for it, so I'm using that. So I'll show that process in a few minutes. But I also wanted to show you, I know I said that I was like handwriting this story into a journal, This is the journal that I'm using. I thought it was I found it at Barnes & Noble. I like it a lot because it's green, like my main character's eyes are green, which is the Project Green, that's where it comes from. And a lot of the story takes place in a forest, so there's leaves, and I thought that was the perfect journal for that. So, but I've just been recording finished products into it. So it looks, I like it so far. So see, here's the first chapter. But yeah, that's that. Another thing. So I've decided on a date for the book, and right now my planned release, and it might change, it might get moved up. I doubt that I'm gonna move it up. I'm gonna probably keep it at this date. Is gonna be February 18th of 2025. That's when I want to get this released out. So that's, yeah, I have plenty of time. I don't want to rush myself. I kind of tend to get impatient with things, but I'm really stepping back and trying to like figure out the whole process. Sorry, my nails are out, but yeah. So February 18th, 2025. That's when I want to release it. Some things, and please note before I say all this, and I keep like pausing and like doing like dramatic. I don't mean to do that. I just I've been thinking about starting a Kickstarter for this story to get it published, because publishing a book takes a lot of money, and I've seen and heard about authors using Kickstarter to like raise money to get their books published. I've never used Kickstarter before. I've never used GoFundMe. I have no idea how any of that stuff works. So it's going to be some research before I decide to do that. But I think Brandon Sanderson, I think he did one where he did a one of his books. He started Kickstarter. He got like the most amount of money ever done on a Kickstarter was for one of his books. I can't remember what it was called, but if I do that, I'll have to do a lot of research. I don't like asking people for money, but yeah. I've also been thinking about starting a Patreon. I don't know how any of that works. I know there's some authors that do that. I don't know what I would put on it. I don't know because I know there's tiers. I know that much about Patreon. That's all I know. I don't know what my tiers would be, anything like that. So that's another thing I'm looking into and researching, and I might try doing in the next couple months. But if I do a Kickstarter, if I do a Patreon, I will post about it and I will let y'all know. So it's like out there so people know about it. What else do I have? I wrote notes. And you would think that after I recorded the whole video already, that I would know what I'm saying, but I don't. But here's my notes. But let's see. Final rewrite, handwritten version. I'm doing the editing. Book cover. I'm working on the book cover. I'm using Canva. I don't know how if any of that will work, if I'm able to use that. But I told you the title. I told you the handwritten version. Okay, so I'm going to show you my process of what I'm doing on Scrivener and everything for the final rewrite and how everything's going. Okay, so this is Scrivener and I've just started using it, so I'm kind of still learning, but this is everything that I'm doing. What's cool about Scrivener is like you takes everything that you do and like it makes it to like a binder, so everything on this left side is like a binder. So you have like the manuscript, you have characters, all this is a front matter, so you have the title page, copyright, dedication, which I haven't done yet. This is everything like the actual story, the chapters. Got characters, notes you can do, research if you need to do some research, which you should, places. But this is like the main crux of everything. So this is the manuscript itself. Yeah. So these are all the chapters that I've done so far. The first one is actually a prologue. But what you do is you write the chapter, and then you have like the section that you're writing. So like here's the city's first chapter, and you have all those sections, and yeah. Interviews and meetings. It's like the big second chapter, third chapter, fourth chapter. This is what I've done so far. This is what I've put in the Scrivener. So what I'm doing is I wrote it in Pages first. I use Pages. So what I'm doing is I'm taking a section from the Pages, putting it in Microsoft Word, getting that stuff recorded, and then once I'm done with that, once everything's 100%, then I put it into Scrivener, into the binder, and it's ready to go. Be Brave, Ember Stone, that's the title again. I'm really excited about it. I really it's my favorite story. It's near and dear to my heart, and I love this story so much. I hope it's good, but my camera's about to die, so I'm going to go ahead and finish the story video. But until next time, have a wonderful day, have a wonderful evening, whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you in next week's video. Bye.